I always have something.
Yes,
Um,
please.
so, so assuming that you're doing the groundwork of excavating your limiting beliefs and coming to understand yourself and feel solid in truly knowing your wants and needs, and you're approaching dating from that foundation, right? I would I would tell people dating apps are a tool. They are one single tool that you can pull out of your tool chest to put yourself out in the world of dating. And you can never get by in life with using just one tool. You need to be open when you're going to the grocery store. You need to be uh, presenting yourself in such a way that you're willing to interact with anyone you might meet on the street, or where you're at the gym, or in your friendships at work, maybe get involved with some community events. But if you just like dating, and we need to have a funnel so that our world isn't hinged upon one man. Your dating life can't be hinged upon one dating tool.
Mm.
And so I would say you need to have a funnel of dating avenues as well, would be my first tip.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And how do you go about that, Shannon? Like, do you sit down and think about, what are the interests? Like, what would your advice be there?
Yeah. So, in doing the work where you're starting to learn to love yourself and you're coming to understand your wild woman, you should be exploring new hobbies and interests. Like Jeannie said, the people she's most drawn to are the ones she's met when she's living the life she wants to live. So, I think in living the life that you want to live, you're going to attract other people who have that similar vibration. So you could just be, working out or trying a new hobby, learning to sail, and meet someone who it might be like, huh, this could work out. So I think sometimes it's not about making sure your every effort is focused on finding someone. You got to have a full life
Mm-hmm.
and be open to where and how it finds you.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it.
And I'll throw one other tip out here that
Yeah.
I just learned recently. Um, my boyfriend has said to me, "I don't believe you when you say people have been coming on to you, don't come on to you." And I said, "Oh yeah, no one would ever approach me. No one would ever come on to me." And then we got to talking more once, and I said, "Oh yeah, people tell me my hair looks cute all the time. People tell me they love my makeup all the time. People tell me they love my outfit all the time." He said, "Yeah, they're coming on to you." So I said, "Well, shit, I've been come on to my whole life. Didn't know it." But so I have been told that if a man compliments you, there's a reason. And so it could be, you might just think, yes, this is a fantastic outfit, but really they are expressing their interest in you.
Yeah, well, this is actually something really interesting when, I'm currently studying the pickup industry and all of that stuff, which there's a lot of wrong things about that. But one of the things that, men are being taught is, men are not even being taught, but when you understand the male's reality because they're the hunters. This whole polarity thing, it's in our genes, as you said in the beginning, Shan. It's like they're constantly scanning, like single men, right? They're constant. Even the married men, they're not
Yeah.
scanning, but they notice. Obviously they notice women, just like I notice hot men. I'm like, ooh, you're hot, and then I move forward. But the single men, they're constantly searching. It's like a constant scanning radar of women to approach. They're in constant approach state and a mindset. And so when they enter a bar, when it's a grocery store, it's like their mind's eye, even if she's behind, he's already feeling he can't help himself but like turn around because it's the vibe, the energy, maybe the smell, maybe the hair, like his radar just he sees Shanna. He doesn't know what the hell's going on here, but it's like he can't help himself but being drawn to it. And then his mind is like, okay, mission approach. What do I say? What do I do? So then, as soon as he identified you as the female to approach that he wants to, because you look hot or you look good or whatever, the vibe, the energy, the smell, then he starts thinking immediately, and this is even unconscious, like, how do I approach? What is she? What do I see about her? And actually, I'm going to share something that's really when I read about this, I was like, wow. So in the whole pickup industry, which for some of you who might not know, there's a whole industry out there that teaches men how to pick up women, like literally pick up for the purpose of dating them, and a lot of the times for just sleeping with them. But anyways, I'm as I said before, there's a lot of problems in this approach. But the pickup thing, there's a rule that they all learn, that there's a 3-second rule. You have as soon as you see a woman that you want to approach, you have 3 seconds to do it, because if you don't, then all of your fears of rejections kick in, and then you stop yourself, you freeze, and then you leave. And that's what I was. So that's what I meant. Like 3 seconds. So identify there's an object that I want to approach. 3 seconds. What is it? Hair, makeup. Maybe she's looking at a lemon and doesn't know what to do with it. And then he comes in and says, "Hey, Shanna." Oh, not Shanna. "Hey, how much are these lemons?" So when a man asks you about anything, just assume that he's approaching you and he's interested. That's it, period.
Yeah.
He might be like a random guy and his wife is like around the corner wanting lemons, but don't assume that, because you'll know. But just assume that he's approaching you and he's interested. Yeah, I thought this was so fun. Yeah, cool. Okay, Shanna, thank you. Nikki, Jeannie, do you have any tips or something that's worked for you?
Yeah, I have a couple tips that come to mind. One of them is, I really only say in my profile that I like men who take the lead. I don't say anything else about what I'm looking for. And that's pretty intentional, because I don't want them to try to be what I'm looking for. And I feel like when we kind of get interested in someone, sometimes we can do that if we've sort of read what they're looking for. So I want to see how they show up. And all I say is I like men who take the lead. I really I've seen people women especially sort of complain about like a first date being like coffee or drinks or something like that. But I actually really like a low investment first date. And I think, first of all, because I don't want to be stuck for a whole dinner with someone if I meet them and I'm like, wow, I'm really not feeling you, like right off the bat. But second of all, because when I think about what I'm looking for in a partner, I want somebody who values his time and his money. And if he's throwing like expensive dinners at like every woman he's meeting, like I just don't, that to me, that doesn't feel right. So like I take that as a really good sign when the first date is low investment. In fact, when I first started dating, my best first date yet was with a guy who suggested like a walk in the park, and he bought me an ice cream. And it was lovely. Like it was a beautiful day. There were like beautiful flowers on the trees. We're walking, we're talking. I'm wearing a beautiful sundress. Like I have this ice cream cone. Like he was the sweetest guy. We had an awesome time, and it was super low investment. So I would say don't let that be a turnoff or feel like he's not putting enough into it. Like it's fine. It's good. It's a good sign, I think. The other thing I would say is like, just keep it playful. Just keep it fun. Like you'll have so much more fun. I've discovered I have so much more fun dating when I just keep it super playful, where I feel like I'm in charge of keeping it light and fun and playful. Like I like that job as a feminine essence woman. I like thinking like, how can I respond in a way that's going to like make him laugh, or like, how can I respond in a way that will tease him a little bit, or, make or be very, how can I respond in a very feminine, soft way or whatever. But because men, they're not as big of communicators as women are. And I just feel like when we sort of take that role on, it becomes really fun for everybody. So I try not to get into any serious discussions, like, in the first couple of dates. I just keep the goal, like, to keep it very fun. And in that way, it's become so much more fun for me. And I feel like the guys are clearly having way more fun with me than my old style. So that's good. Yeah. Yeah. No talking about what you're looking for, like no asking what he's looking for. Like, just don't go there. Just like let him bring that stuff up when he's ready. And just, your goal is to have fun. That's it.
Yeah, their actions will show you what they're looking for.
That's right.
So you don't have to like get it lined out and make sure. They'll show you. And
Yeah.
that's the beauty of getting
Yeah.
to choose.
And I'm with Jenny. Keeping it light is definitely, like, in my profile, I get the most compliments with saying, hey, your energy seems really fun. And, you seem like a really, like, awesome girl. You seem like so I definitely try to come across very positive. I mean, I'm a positive person anyway, but I express that in my profile, and I try to keep it simple. And then I also noticed that the picture of me just laughing with a glass of Prosecco and a dress was the one that everybody liked the most. Like, in some of the apps, you can tell which one the guys like the most. So that's now my profile picture on all my apps, because I'm like, okay, clearly the guys love this picture of me laughing in this dress. And I get so many compliments on that. And so I thought that was, where normally I might not put a picture of me in a dress up front. But
so can I ask
they like
all
that
of you,
feminine.
what because we're talking about profiles, can I, because I know Nikki and Jeannie, you're like actively dating, and then Shannon can share. So about the profiles, can you ladies just read me your profiles? Like, what does it actually say on your profile? Because I know, Jeannie, you said, letting a man, you said, I like men who take the lead. Okay, great tip. What else is on your profile?
I don't know if I still have it on my profile, but I used to make a joke of it. I used to say, I appreciate men who take the lead. If I didn't, I would have stayed on Bumble. is kind of like what I made. I made a joke of it. And I got a lot of guys like commenting like that they thought that was funny. You know what I mean? Like that, the feminine guys are more on Bumble because they want the women to approach them. And I was just like, so that was kind of fun. And let me find my profile.
I have a where there's a thing that's like, I'm hoping you ... That's where I kind of put my thing in. And one of the other claimed girls, she says I'm a little too wordy, so I'm trying to work on not being too wordy. But I definitely over-explain sometimes, so I'm working on that too. But mine says, I'm hoping you take initiative, have the softest touch but the firmest hug, some deep thoughts peppered with goofy humor, and an empathetic heart with a warrior spirit.
Nice. That's like masculine, but also vulnerable masculine. Yeah, I like that.